All right. Yo. What's going on, everybody? Um, this is another episode of OTR Beyond The Ropes. I am your man, OTR Trey, aka Treyway.
And this is your number one guy way in the sky, OTR mic drop.
All right, so we may or may not be being joined by Jay, but until then, the main thing I want us to discuss today is I don't know if you can see my background. It's AEW Revolution is going to be this Sunday, March 5th. So it's a pretty decent card. I know we haven't really been touching on a ton of AEW, but I watched Dynamite last night, and I've been keeping up with some recent AEW stuff. So should be pretty good with these predictions. Have a good idea of how things should go.
Yeah.
You got anything on that?
Didn't they just have what was it? Battle of Revolution?
Yeah,
Ladder match?
they had a they called it a casino battle royal because they got that whole casino thing going on.
Yeah.
And then they had a tag team gauntlet match because it's going to be like a tag team fatal 4-way for the AW championship, AW tag team championship.
It was called the Face of Revolution. That's the match I was talking about.
Hold on, I'm about to.
From Dynamite last night.
Jay just text us. I'm gonna go ahead and get the invite sent to him. But yeah, so before we get on AEW, so it happened. They saying that Vince is slowly creeping back in.
I know. And I'm gonna tell you, did nothing nothing irritated me more than to know that that specific match was Vince McMahon's idea. And he was pushing thoroughly for that to happen. Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Well, shit, that's probably the only way that Brock agreed to do it because it was Vince's idea.
So the other word on the street is because of that, Triple H wants a smaller card.
Yeah, so they talking about he wants to reduce it a little bit, which honestly I think is a good idea regardless.
It definitely is a good idea, but I really think that he wants to reduce the match card so Vince don't got no more like last minute changes and everything or throw any wrenches into their plans.
Oh, there he is. Oh, and the background.
Oh, and he got a background. I'm done. About. I'm over it.
You over the rope?
Oh, and he got a new name, Rant and Jay.
Oh my god.
OTR Rant and Jay.
Oh my god, what is happening here?
Hold on now. This might be the WWE apocalypse right here. or the wrestling podcast apocalypse.
Well, before you got on, Jay, I was just telling JD over here, your man Vince, he's slowly starting to creep his old ass back up in it.
We already knew this was happening, man. I don't want to talk about Vince.
Yeah, we got to, man. That Omos and Brock Lesnar match is a Vince special.
He gets
so my question is this a squash match for Omos so they could get rid of him or what?
I don't know.
Personally, I think that
I think Brock's gonna lose.
I don't know why, but I think that this match and the Bray and Bobby match somehow I feel they connected. I don't know how, but I just feel that Bray and Bobby and Brock and Omos is going to be connected because I still see some type of Hurt Business reunion happening. MVP's going to be involved in at least the Omos match
because I don't feel like Bobby Lashley is completely done with Brock.
No, he's not. He got kicked in the dick.
I think you know what I think is going to happen. Honestly, I think that Brock is going to end up fighting both nights.
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay. No, I'm just saying. I think that Brock is going to fight both nights. I think that he's gonna face Omos on night one, and then somehow they might work in a quick match with him and Bobby on night two.
So what's that do with Bray?
I don't know.
Because
I mean, it could be some type of match. It could be, or it could be where Brock interferes in Bobby and Bray's match at WrestleMania.
oh Lord, what
Oh
we do?
God!
This
Call me the
Undertaker.
Black Brock Lesnar.
I'm about to call you Undertaker.
Call me the Black Brock Lesnar. Well, listen here, boy. This is
Well,
what I'm gonna tell you.
he got the
Brock Lesnar,
flannels.
Brock Lesnar ain't losing twice.
If Brock's really facing Omos, well, he is facing Omos. Most likely he gonna be Omos. We already know that.
Yeah, they just want to show.
We know this.
They want to reinvert him as the Beast, show his brute strength of being able
You
to
know.
F5 a 7 foot, whatever he is, 464-pound giant.
This way they can give him his next title run.
And you already know that the ring is gonna collapse.
Yeah, probably. Because you already know somehow, some way, they're gonna let him beat Cody in 10 seconds instead of 5 like they did Kofi.
Bro.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody wants to see Cody versus Brock.
I don't.
Not right now. I mean,
No.
I wouldn't mind seeing it eventually.
I don't want to see it.
I
Never.
I don't want to see
I
it at
wouldn't.
all.
I wouldn't mind it, especially with this new version of Brock, and then Cody. I talked about it a while ago about how Cody's he's officially a star now, like a star for real, especially with the promos that he's cutting. I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Brock.
Cody been a star. What you talking about?
Yeah, but he's actually presented as one now. Like the suits is crispy, the promos get more and more intense. The crowd is behind him. I know y'all seen the reports about WWE was scared that with the ascension of Sammy's popularity, they were scared that it was going to kind of downplay Cody and maybe he might potentially get booed. They say that's one reason why Paul Heyman got on the screen so early, the past Raw when he was on the neck brace backstage because they were scared that Cody was going to get booed.
I mean, but what it shows is that honestly, Cody can. I mean, WWE could actually perform without Cody Rhodes being the main attraction. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand that the reveal. See, where they messed up is they put Sammy up around the same time that they put Sammy over around the same time as Cody's return. They could have did that a lot sooner with Sammy.
I kind of agree with you a little bit, but my thing is that I'm trying to figure out where they're going with this reports of Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. The only way I can see that happening is if they lose the titles.
Okay, so
with
Jimmy versus Jay
them right now.
Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. The only thing how that could lead is basically this Friday. This Friday, it has to be pure hell break loose between the bloodline. So they've already. We got a month.
We got literally a month.
A month.
Bro, I'm telling you, what's gonna happen is that they're gonna lose those tag titles to Sammy and KO on Friday Night SmackDown. It's probably gonna be like 2 weeks before WrestleMania, and then the following Friday Night SmackDown is when they're gonna set up Jay versus Jimmy.
I mean,
after they lose the titles.
So, also a next option is like we have 2 nights of WrestleMania, right? Tag team match. Night 1 for the tag titles. The Jimmy and Jay versus KO and Sammy. Boom. Jay super kicks Jimmy. Night 2, we got them facing each other.
So okay, I got a
do you think
question.
that'd be kind of quick? Do you think have they ever done that where something happens the first night and then they just make a match for the second night?
No, because they've only recently started doing the 2-night thing. I mean, this is what now officially the 3rd year of 2 WrestleManias on 2 different nights.
Well, so we've had in a 6-night period that somebody's been out there twice.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that so is it going to be one of those things where you start getting tired of seeing, like I can see them if they really do this, where it's going to start getting watered down with people performing on both nights, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that's not gonna get old?
Mm-hmm.
I think with this being the hottest storyline in wrestling, period, I don't think it would be. I don't think that scenario would happen with this particular WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But if it's eventually down the line, let's say if you got Charlotte fighting in a triple threat one night and then like a fatal four way the next night, I could see that happening.
I
But
mean, because here's the thing: we already know why Lita and Becky won the tag team titles. You know what I mean? We
oh yeah,
know that is to set them up for Rhea and Ronda
Oh,
versus
you talking about
Shayna
Ronda and
yeah,
Shayna?
Ronda and Shayna. Yeah, Ronda
Yeah.
and Shayna.
might
Mm-hmm.
get a
And
they might get a triple threat out of that.
listen, I don't care what they need to do, but Lita, she needs some practice.
Need to
She need
retire
to
the song.
yeah,
She
she need to
nah
hang it up for good.
nah.
So,
She don't need to retire.
the
She needs some more
coordination,
time, man.
yeah,
She it wasn't a good match.
no.
Let's just put it like that. It
Oh,
wasn't.
and before we continue, I could see Vegeta creeping on us in Jay's background
Oh,
every
can you?
time Jay moving it. Vegeta staring a hole in us. Majin Vegeta.
Oh yeah.
But
But
and I feel
yeah,
like that was like a rescue saver because although Trish was there, I kind of felt like that they sent her out early because of how it was going with Lita.
well, people
Well,
thought
look
she was
at
going to be there. Apparently, she was backstage the week before,
yeah.
Hmm.
but they didn't send her out.
Yeah, I know it was all scripted to have her help so they could have that person to take out Bailey, but at the same time, I was like, "Ooh, this kind of early." You know what I'm saying? Because that match literally ended 3 minutes before the show ended.
Well, look at Lita, man. Lita was botching a lot of the moves.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I love Lita. This is kind of bringing me back. It's I don't care if you're man or if you're female. You know, my opinion is always going to be the same. I'm kind of over it. So you know what I mean. And it's I think it's even worse for the women division, right? Because the women's division was bad for so long.
Hmm.
So they can only recycle the same women, you know what I mean, over and over and over. It's either Lita, Trish, or
Michelle McCool.
what? Huh?
I
Yeah.
said Michelle McCool.
Well, not even Michelle McCool because she just
I was
comes
thinking
back for
about
like
the
WrestleMania. I mean, she just comes back for
Royal
Royal
Rumble.
Rumbles. You
That's
know
what I
what I'm
was
saying?
talking about.
I'm talking about like actual like people that are competing.
Oh, Beth.
It's like Beth, Lita, Trish.
Yeah.
Like it's the same women over and
Hmm.
over and over and over and over.
And like
And
us,
it's
and like we stated before, we had Nia Jax come back for Royal Rumble, and now she's disappeared. That could have been a perfect partner.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then you could have had Nia Jax has had beef with Ronda. She lost to Ronda due to an
that's true.
armbar. Bring back that history. You know what I'm saying? Like you got so many angles that could have been, except for bringing back a legend
Now,
who,
when I saw Lita take 5 minutes to get up to the top of the rope,
yeah.
and old girl had to sit there and keep scooting and scooting.
To
I
get
was just
ready
like,
for
yeah,
the backflip. Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, oh boy.
And I'm not
This
trying to take anything away from Lita. You know what I'm
No, I'm
saying?
taking
For her,
everything away from that match because that match was pure dog shit.
yeah, the match wasn't good. It wasn't what Lita is capable of.
I'm
You
gonna
know what I'm
tell
saying?
you. You want to know how pure dog shit it was? It made Becky look bad.
It did. It really did.
It made
It did.
Becky look bad.
well,
Like it made it look like Becky was not coordinated in the ring.
well, they saying that one reason why we potentially could have a triple threat with Damage Control versus Becky, Lita, and Ronda and Shayna is because this will be WWE's way of getting us that Becky Ronda WrestleMania match, even though it won't be 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be a way for them to get that in there.
yeah.
What about the reports that WWE had no intention at all of doing Rhea versus Bianca? Is that surprising to y'all?
No,
No,
we've seen it.
I
We've
think
seen it in
Bianca's too
NXT.
dominant, and I think Rhea's too dominant, and
Hmm.
The
I think
original plan was for Charlotte to face Bianca,
I
but they
could
Yeah.
see
brought her
that.
back. They brought her back early because Ronda took off January.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, like I told y'all before, I told y'all that the Judgment Day was going to SmackDown
Hmm.
because now that this bloodline story is starting to come
Mm-hmm.
come to the end, I kind of feel like they're gonna be splitting up the Usos.
Okay, so this is I do have an alternative of what the bloodline is getting ready to do, right?
Roman's about to go on hiatus.
He's going on a hiatus, but I don't think that the bloodline is literally going to end. I just feel like it's just right now we have Roman and Paul Heyman taking a leave. I feel like Jimmy J and
Solo.
Solo are going to do their own thing.
I mean, I can see that. I can see them being kind of
Yeah.
like a New Day, like a
Exactly, because
So
I've heard some small leaks that Big E is almost is almost cleared to return.
I believe it. They've been keeping that all that stuff with Big E on hush. Like we
Yes.
haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
So, I
So
mean, will he be
it's a
ready by
possible.
WrestleMania? No.
No, I'm saying it's a possibility that we'll get him coming to the ring saying that he's almost ready, like maybe Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania.
I don't think. I think they just gonna hold him until like SummerSlam or something.
That's a possibility.
My thing is, I feel like they keep trying to get us to believe that Jay's going to turn on Jimmy, but I'm starting to believe that might all just be might be a work.
It could
It
be.
is.
I think it's going to be a work that he not going to. They keep teasing it, and he keeps making Sammy believe that he possibly could, but at the end, he's not going to turn his back on his brother.
And I think the main thing how they keep teasing is because Jay didn't necessarily come help Jimmy when he got Holuba kicked by Sammy last
He's
Friday.
conflicted, and he's playing that I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do role. I mean, he's playing it really, very well.
But at the same time, he also showed like I still ride behind my brother
When he showed up for the tag team match.
Exactly.
So I think that he's going to
now,
show up.
Some that Easter egg that they keep promoting is that these three, Jay, Sammy, and KO, are all wearing black hoodies when they come in and attack the bloodline.
Yep.
They are all wearing black hoodies because KO had a black hoodie on Monday.
I did notice that too.
Jay was wearing a black hoodie on Monday.
Well, he
on Monday
Friday
too,
didn't he?
Yeah. And Sammy's always been wearing his black hoodie since he separated. So that's something like they're trying to show little by little that they're all in cahoots because the symbolic is that they're the outcast by wearing the black hoodies. The only person that verbally hasn't said that their mission is to tear apart the bloodline is Jay. But I feel like he could side with them and be like, man, I never side with y'all.
I'm just waiting to see what it's going to be that's going to bring Sammy and KO together.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's going to go down?
It's probably going to be an attack on one of them, but this time Jay helps his brothers.
Yeah,
like he officially when Jay makes his decision, I think that's when you're going to see it.
I think it's going to happen on Friday because we got Roman coming back.
Mm-hmm. Got Cody there.
Mm-hmm. So I think Friday might be the day that it happens.
And if it comes out that because you saw what happened at what was it? Was it the Royal Rumble where Sammy speared Jay?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It was Royal Rumble.
No,
right?
That was Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, Elimination Chamber when Sammy speared Jay. So I could see something like that happening again. Like he's Sammy's getting ready to attack Jimmy and Jay steps in the middle. And he keeps going back and forth, stepping in the middle between them.
All right. Matter of fact, speaking of Roman, because I know I asked y'all this the last time we were actually all together, was when do you think we're going to get Roman and Cody and finally doing promos against each other? But before I ask that, my question is, how do you think it's been going with just Heyman and Cody cutting promos on each other? Do you like it when it's a manager versus the actual superstar in the ring?
I think
when
it's different.
I think it's
different because it's Paul. I was about to say, yeah, I think it's different because it's Paul.
I feel like if it was any other manager, it wouldn't hit different.
MVP's doing it with Brock.
Yeah, that's by choice. Almost don't talk.
But at the same time, though, MVP is still a wrestler.
Yeah,
who still knows how to take a bump. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Paul's not a wrestler. I mean, yeah, he's taken, lately he's taken his fair share of bumps, but I mean, he's still not a wrestler. So,
It's just that Paul Heyman, man, can't nobody work the mic like him.
yeah.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? So chill, chill. But
Nah, I mean,
can,
it's true. It's
ain't
true.
nobody so in depth and know how to hit those points when the points need to be hit like Paul Heyman. You know, I when you talking about people promo skills, name a person that's better than Paul Heyman, and wrestlers included.
MJF.
And that's the
Anyway.
thing. Paul Heyman start with a punchline, end with a punchline, but everything in
Yeah.
between is just like wow.
Straight fire.
So I give Cody and Roman one promo against each other face to face. That's it.
Nah, their promo Friday is gonna be good.
Well, yeah, I I hope it is a promo because Cody didn't say he was going to address him. He just said he was going to be there. So
He's going to address him.
he
Yeah.
can't
And look,
help but do it.
we in pretty
Well,
much WrestleMania week. It's
you
gonna be
saw what
promos every night leading up to WrestleMania.
I just feel like
You saw what Heyman said. Heyman said, if Cody doesn't go find Roman, Roman's going to find him.
so, and I just feel like okay, and this is just me. Besides the thick tongue list that Cody has, I feel like that promo between them might be a reversion of Rock and Cena.
I don't know.
Mm.
I think Cody's on his A game right now, especially with these promos.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like we might get Roman to where he's like,
Here's
Cody will outshine Roman in a promo all day.
Well, yeah, but it's not just going to be Roman. It's going to be Roman and Paul, and that's what's going to give Cody the run.
Yeah.
But my thing is that okay. Here's what I got to say. I like Cody's promos lately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get a little over it though.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to finish the story.
Or
Well, you know,
which I want to talk about.
They always have a tagline.
I know everything is surrounding his whole how he was stuck in the mid card and then he left and went on the indies and made himself a superstar, and I like that they're playing on it. I just like
It doesn't sound like it.
Okay, so are they? So now this asks me because I seen this. Are they playing on it because there's a chance he might not win?
no, he's winning. There's no chance that he's not winning.
Okay, so is he winning undisputed or is he winning the WWE title?
He's winning both. Because
Okay,
from what I heard is Triple H's, I don't know how true this is. Okay. I saw a little article. We know that Triple H has been in the works of changing the titles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we know that we're supposed to be getting a new design of titles.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So from what I heard in the little article that I read was that Triple H is listening to the people. And by listening to the people, I mean he's bringing back the World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm.
Don't know how true that is,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the reason for the combine of the titles is for them to
create a WWE Universal title.
Exactly. So instead of being the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship, it's going to be now the WWE Universal Champion or World, Heavyweight Universal Champion, however they want to say it, and then you're going to have the World Champion. So
okay, so then the article that I seen on Sportskeeda was that on May 27th, Roman will be at 1,000 days as Universal Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at that, right? All right, so WrestleMania is April 2nd and 3rd, right?
First and second.
First and second. Yeah, last year was second and third. So first and second. We got a month and a half before this man has 1,000. We have 30 days until WrestleMania. Is there a plan to do a one? Because he's still reported to be on both nights. whether it's fighting or whether it's promo. So if he's fighting night 1 against Cody, night 2 against somebody, and he retains night 2.
Well, the reports are that Charlotte and Rhea are going to headline night 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when they do that, there's always a big match that starts it.
I think Roman and Cody's gonna be night 2.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
really do.
So
Because of the significance of what's going on here. You
mhm,
got Roman who has solidified his place in top 4 now of all time title reigns.
I think
I
top
think he
4
is.
if he passed 1,000.
No, I think he's top 4 right now at 900 some days. I think the only people that are ahead of him is Bruno, uh,
Hogan.
Bruno Hogan, and Bob Backlund.
Mm,
I think are the only 3 people that are ahead of him. Because I think the 4th was Hogan again at 900 and something days. I think it was. So I think he's past that. So I think he is at number 4. But either way, like you said, he's going to be at 1,000, right?
yeah.
So I think because of the magnitude of where he sits at being at, I mean, nobody in the last 20 years has held 25 years has held that title as long as he has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's the longest reigning champion of the modern day era, right? And then you got Cody, who has that family legacy, as you can see. And then he got trapped in the mid card, right? Never got his shot to headline WrestleMania. And then
Hmm.
now he's back and he's considered one of the best in the business. That has to end WrestleMania. Like that can't be on night 1. That has to be the main event of night 2. Has to
True.
be.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And that's just
he's got to finish the story.
yeah, and that's just why I just don't see Roman losing 2 titles, especially when they have already come out and said that they don't plan on splitting up the titles. So because of that, that's the reason why I say that Cody's taking both belts. And then I think that they're going to merge both belts into one belt. Cody's going to have that belt with him on Raw. And then I feel like they're going to come up with something new for SmackDown. Or they bring back the WWE Championship.
Roman is 5.
Oh, he's 5?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Pedro Morales is
That's yeah. I know that before.
1,027 days. Then Hulk Hogan with 1,474. Then Bob Backlund with 2,135. And Bruno Sammartino with 2 title reigns. So that means that Roman is actually 6 because Bruno has 2803 and then 1237. So
Okay.
Roman is 6 right
Yeah.
now. So for him to be in top 5, he will have to eclipse that 1,030 days,
Could you imagine for somebody to beat
which brings him to SummerSlam.
yeah. But I'm just saying for somebody to beat 2,800 days, that
Right.
means that he has to keep that title for another 2 years.
Oh yeah, that's never gonna happen. But so I think this is our last point. 'Cause I know Trey want to talk about AEW and stuff. So if they merge the titles, right? Let's just take your synopsis where we bring back the World Heavyweight Championship, right? Or Cody wins the title and he changes it, but Roman keeps that and they change the verbiage of it and make it the WWE Universal Title, not undisputed, but just the Universal Title. And then he holds it all the way to SummerSlam, which puts him in 5th place of all time title hold, title reigns as far as length. And then you got John Cena at SummerSlam to win number 17.
I'm interested to see before we get on AEW, I'm interested to see what's going on with John Cena.
Yes,
Because he's supposed
especially
to
with
be
him coming back
he's
He's
supposed
coming
to come
back
back
Monday.
this
in his
Monday.
hometown.
Exactly.
And
So
Then,
Austin Theory supposed to confront him.
yep.
yeah, I don't want to see John Cena take the United States Championship.
It's
Could
going
it
to happen.
happen?
It's
You
going to
think
Well,
happen.
so?
and that's only because they said that there's 2 call ups in NXT. One of them is Braun Breaker. The other one is, and I keep forgetting his name. Um, what's the dude that won Ted DiBiase's
Oh,
belt?
Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes. So one of those two is supposed to confront John Cena because he's going to do his infamous open challenge on Monday after WrestleMania.
So he gonna
Eh,
win the title at WrestleMania and then lose it at
yeah,
Monday
just
Night
like he
Raw
did
the
with
next
KO.
day.
Just like he did against KO.
I don't want to see that.
Of course you don't, but
don't want to see
it's likely to happen.
I figured Austin Theory was gonna be fighting. I figured that they were gonna try to work in like
Who you think?
Montez.
Man,
Montez.
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey man,
know.
them seeds is growing.
Yeah.
That Montez solo run is growing.
I mean, because
telling
we already know Seth got his hands full with Logan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you think about it, majority of the WrestleMania matches are already set. Like they're already good to go.
Well, before we move off of this, me and JD spoke on this real quick before you jumped on. How you feel about the reports that Triple H is trying to shorten WrestleMania, like the nights?
Did it say short? It didn't say shorten the nights. I thought
It said shorten the card.
The card.
I think he said shorten the card.
But that
Same
means
thing.
if you shorten the
That
card,
means
that means the
longer
matches. Right.
Oh,
Or
man.
you're cutting the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing.
So instead of WrestleMania being 7 hours, it might be 3-4.
Well, it's 3-4 now that they do 2 nights.
No, it ain't. It's more than that.
Sometimes they still run long.
4.
Last year was like 5. I thought it was.
Well, if you count the pre-show.
You have to count the pre-show.
So pre-show 5.
I think for what they charge for WrestleMania and the amount of money that they cost and how big it is and everything like that, I think that it should be 2 4-hour shows.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about on Peacock. They only charge $9.99.
Because I remember when I remember when the streak was broken. That WrestleMania was 7.5 hours.
Yeah.
Straight through.
But you got to think about all the matches that went over.
Jay went to sleep and woke up during that.
I did. We don't need a 7-hour WrestleMania.
No, we don't even need. Give me a good 3.5 hour show. I'm good.
A 7-hour WrestleMania is that's why one of the reasons why I'm kind of glad that they split it up into 2 nights. You know what I'm saying? It is perfect. WrestleMania should be 2 nights. I think that they should have did 2 nights a long time ago.
You think it'll stay 2 nights? You think they'll eventually go back to
yes. Yeah, they have too many people. They have too many wrestlers for it to not be 2 nights, right?
And then you think you get the Friday before WrestleMania and you get the Monday after WrestleMania, a part of that package.
Exactly. So instead of WrestleMania just being, Sunday, like you're getting the whole shebang. You know what I mean? You get the whole week of the fan access, and then you get the one show on Saturday, you get the one show on Sunday, you get the Monday Night Raw. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest. How many of us are really like, okay, NXT takeover?
Shout out to our NXT viewers.
Hey, I'm just saying, I like NXT. The NXT event that we went to,
we went to the show.
Yeah.
But I like that they have the takeover, a week before WrestleMania.
Absolutely. Because the weekend of WrestleMania, I feel like it was getting overshadowed.
They would have to do it on like a Friday or something.
No, not even that. Do it. Keep it how they are. NXT Takeover is the week before. This way, you get 2 back-to-back weeks of pay-per-view, right?
Because it used to be the night before.
It used to be Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
So why
but
not?
They can't do it on Fridays now because we got SmackDown before WrestleMania, which is part of the WrestleMania package.
Yeah, because they got to have all those matches that they can't have on WrestleMania night. They have them on the SmackDown,
like the Intercontinental title.
I remember back in the day, the Friday before SmackDown. The Friday SmackDown before WrestleMania was a night of them going through all the promos and everything like that of the big matches that was coming up.
Yep.
And then a couple of jobber matches. That's it. So.
Yep.
All right, y'all got anything else?
Nope.
Now on the AEW.
All right. Well, this Sunday, Well, we gonna be busy that day, but that night, AEW is gonna be busy because it's gonna be AEW Revolution.
I catch it on Monday when I'm recovering. Ain't no way I'm be able to watch that Sunday night. No way.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to get the recap sometime that week from us. But anyway, so we got a big card. WWE, I mean, AEW did take a page out of WWE's book with this one because normally they save these battle royal things for the pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jay, pay-per-view. It's not a premium live event with AEW.
It's not a premium live event with WWE. It's pay-per-view. So
yes, it is. That's what they call it. But so they had their that battle royal. What's it called, JD?
Face of Revolution.
Face of Revolution Battle Royal, where the winner is going to get a TNT Championship match, a future TNT Championship match. That Powerhouse Hobbs, he won that. Don't know who the champion is going to be yet because that match will be happening on Sunday between Samoa Joe and Wardlow.
It's going to be Samoa Joe.
You think so?
I think so.
So, speaking of Samoa Joe, so tonight, if you have the Ring of Honor app, will be the first show of the new Ring of Honor TV show.
You got the app?
No, I do not.
Come on, man. You're supposed to support.
Hey, man. I ain't got the $9.99 right now.
I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one with the app.
Do you have the app?
No, but I was just wondering.
So yeah, they so it's not live. They taped it last week or earlier this week or something.
Last week?
Well, it was at the end of the month.
Okay.
So it was either like the 26th or the 27th or something. But yeah, it just so you know, so everybody knows, the first show for the new Ring of Honor TV show is tonight on the app if you have it. But going to the card for Revolution, we have a 4-way AEW World Tag Team Championship match.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Gunn. They're going to fight the Acclaimed, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, and the winner from the gauntlet match last night for the tag titles, I believe it was Claudio and Wheeler. So Blackpool Combat Club, I believe.
I don't care who wins as long as it's not Jeff Jarrett's old ass. Okay.
Yeah, I think the Gun brothers are gonna probably bring that. They just recently
the Ass Boys.
Yeah,
Ass
they just
Boys.
recently won it, so I don't see them losing it that quick. It could be, but I know the Acclaim's title reign. I just don't see them winning it right back.
Do we see Daddy Ass turning on the Acclaimed and helping his boys out?
Yeah, I've been calling that for a minute. I thought it was gonna happen before, but
it's going to happen sooner or later. It has to be. Like, they have to reunite the family somehow. So
yeah, they got to pull that trigger.
It's only a matter of time.
He tired of scissoring with the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
And you know what's gonna play? His old throwback music. I'm an ass man.
All right. Now, next is probably Jay's favorite match of the night: Ricky Starks versus Chris Jericho, the Ocho. Now, I do want to say there have been rumors because for this match, initially it was that no one was allowed at ringside, no one in general, and then it got switched to no one from the JAS, Jericho Appreciation Society, is allowed there. And the reason why that's important, the reason why this is important is because Chris Jericho recently got the trademark for Jericho and his old tag team with the Big Show, and Big Show has said that sometime this month he's supposed to be returning to ring action. So could we you think we could get a reunion of Jericho?
I mean, if we do, it's only gonna be for like one match or so. It ain't gonna be like a long reign, like a long run. You know what I mean?
So you're saying his replacement knee
apparently
is
good for, apparently it's gonna be good for next 35 years.
Isn't this the replacement to the replacement?
Yeah. To the point, like, he was in a wheelchair for what, 9-10 months?
I think so.
Yeah, but the
I think
reports
it
are
was
that
11.
he's
Yeah.
he's healed up and he's supposed to be returning this month. They didn't say when, but he could be. And then the fact that do y'all read anything into Jericho getting the trademark for Jericho?
Nah, I mean, I think that Jericho. I think it's great for Jericho. So, I mean, if he gets it, he did get the trademark. If they can get the Big Show on board, hey, you know,
Well, even let's say nothing like that happens. I got Ricky Starks because he's on a trajectory right now, and Jericho's not going to lose anything or lose any kind of momentum by losing to Ricky Starks.
I'm
But
going with Jericho.
Ricky Starks, you could kind of halt his momentum because I still think that is he's going to eventually get an AEW championship opportunity again, and I think that he's like one of the next up. We all keep talking about how AEW doesn't build up their people. Well, Ricky Starks is one of their people, and they need to. I don't think him losing to Jericho would be be good, best for business, as they say.
I think Jericho winning is going to put him back in the line for AEW championship. So I'm going with Jericho.
Mic drop. What you got?
Ain't nobody going to call me out on my bullshit. Y'all really think I'm really going for Jericho?
No, I know you full of shit. That's why I'm not saying nothing.
I was waiting for him to end.
I'm over here trying to give journalistic integrity.
Yeah, I'm going with Pebble.
Okay.
The Pebble.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going with I'm going with the Pebble.
All right.
The small version of the Rock.
So what about? And then we already said
Ricky Starks is the baby version of the Rock.
No, he's not. Don't disrespect.
That's what he tries to be like, and that's what he got called out as by MJF.
So we already spoke about this.
Called him
quick
Dwayne
at the
Jockstrap.
Of this.
Bro, when he said that, he called him Dwayne Jockstrap.
MJF got some of the classic lines.
Okay, man. I'm done. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He said Wardlow versus Samoa Joe. You already said Samoa Joe, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Wardlow because I feel like that we still are not done with the Wardlow Powerhouse Hobbs. Yeah, that feud.
Okay. And then especially with Joe holding two titles, the Ring of Honor television and the TNT, with Ring of Honor starting their new show and his belt not being on the line as of right now, him taking the TNT championship, well, he'll probably have it on the show if he's on it tonight, but he doesn't really need it to be with Ring of Honor, so I could definitely see Wardlow taking it. But they need to redo with Wardlow because they screwed his first TNT championship run.
Yeah, first of all, AEW is just trying to do what WWE is doing and have two Samoans as double title holders.
Two Samoans named Joe
as a dual title holder. Seems kind of ironic, you know. Yeah. Seems a little interstellar-ish, but
listen, man, Tony Khan been on some bitch assness lately, so
bro,
that makes total sense. Is all I can say.
But hey, not taking anything away from Samoa Joe, but yeah, I feel like AEW, I don't feel like they need double title holders. Like they have too many superstars to have for one person to have two titles.
Why not? They already had the belt collector, so why not?
I understand he's not on the same brand, like he's Ring of Honor and AEW. You know, I get it. Two different titles, two different shows, brands, whatever. But yeah, give somebody else a shot.
And especially with them having that Japan, with them being in Japan, like Kenny's a double title holder again because he's a trios champion and the US.
I know that's the same, but it's also different to me. And the only reason why I say that's different is he doesn't really come to AEW with that title.
True.
He used to. He hasn't since he's won it.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing, right? I think that AEW has a fantastic setup and they're squandering it. All right. and we'll see how it goes when this first event drops on the Ring of Honor app, right? But with them acquiring Ring of Honor, it gave them the chance to really like do something big.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like they've been dropping the ball left and right, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
As much as I like Samoa Joe, there's no reason why he should have had the TNT title.
Mm-mm.
He's signed to Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is just it's just ridiculous. Like it's crazy. So I don't understand like what the point of it is. If they're on Ring of Honor, then they need to be on Ring of Honor. He can do so much with ROH.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you think that it will be the same if Claudio and Wheeler won the AEW Tag Team Championships since he's the world champion of ROH?
Yeah, it's stupid. Like JD said, you got all these people in AEW. All these people in AEW. You got all these people that you're signing to ROH. So why are you having them cross? Like it doesn't make sense. And then especially on top of that, like the person that's your brand champion, like why is he going for the tag team championship? You know what I'm saying?
Like
Doesn't
it's
make sense whatsoever.
like
That's like
I
Roman having a tag team championship right now.
yeah.
I wouldn't put
Stupid.
it past. I wouldn't put it past WWE for
Like
that.
I could see, and they kind of referenced that a long time ago. Well, I'm not gonna get into that, but like I could see if because they own both companies, right? You could have easily made a title called AWV versus ROH, right? And that's when you start setting up. Okay, we're gonna since we have already 4 pay-per-views, let's throw in 2 more where it's like AEW versus ROH.
Mhm.
Then you could do a
I
winner
mean,
take all type thing.
that could still be in the works.
You
Or you
know?
can just keep them separate.
Yeah.
Let ROH build itself back up with its brand, and then later on down the road, do something like a mini invasion or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, where they have a couple of ROH people on AEW and AEW on ROH.
Yeah.
But
Well,
for right now, you need to build ROH back up, and you're not. And I think that they're doing a shitty job with having multiple people have both titles from different brands.
the point. Tony Khan was getting criticized for having too much ROH wrestling on AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why he was doing it though, because he wanted to keep ROH's name out there to try to promote the new show that was coming.
Yeah.
But he has kind of fallen back from that and hasn't had as many ROH matches on his show. So
I can tell you
I
what
get it.
the perfect solve for that back then was, oh, I just acquired ROH, scrap Dark and Elevation. And that is your ROH
No,
pre-show.
he didn't have to scrap both of them.
No, he
He
could have
could have
scrapped one of
kept
them.
he could have kept one of them, and then he could have kept Elevation and made Dark for ROH. That would have been easy, like or
Yeah.
vice versa. I'm just
Or
saying,
it could have
like
been ROH Elevation. Boom, there you go. Now you just and you still stream it the same way. You have it before the AEW live events, and you still got your AEW Dark. That's what you
I'm telling
started
you though,
for.
these AEW live events, man. Next time they come to Charlotte, bro, I'm gonna have to see because this
It's
shit to
long.
me sound like this is like a 6 hour show.
It is, bro.
Well, it wouldn't have been as long if it wasn't the particular night that we were there, because
Oh,
it was the 100th episode of Dark, so that's why it was a little
that
longer.
and it wasn't it Battle of the Belts or was it not? Or it was
No,
just
it
an
wasn't.
AEW show?
It was just because they filmed.
Nah, it was
I think
something,
that
man, because it
I
was something
think
special for Charlotte.
didn't they film? They
Wasn't
filmed
it
something.
CM Punk was there or something like that?
No,
No,
CM Punk wasn't
No.
there.
Mox
They
came
filmed.
out for AEW Dark.
Yeah, JD was gone by then because Mox came out too late. Mox came
They
out. It was
had
damn
two
near. It was
darks.
damn. It was damn near midnight.
They had a dark before and a dark after
Yeah, that's what it
because
was.
of the
I was about to
pre-tape.
say. I was about to say it was Elevation first, but I
No,
think
it
it
was
was Dark.
dark.
It was
It was
Dark.
dark. They had a before dark and after dark. They had a dusk and a dawn.
All right. So the trios championship. We got the Elite versus the House of Black.
Ooh.
Now the last night on Dynamite, the Elite were coming out. We don't know what they were going to do. They were coming out. The lights went out, and then the House of Black attacked them and took their belts.
Ooh,
I want the House of Black to win.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I'm over the Elite.
They're two-time trios championship. Great for you. You don't need to hold it that long. Hit the bricks, separate, do what you got to do.
Oh, and I have a correction. It's not the Blackpool Combat Club that's the fourth team in that tag match. It's Danhausen and Orange Cassidy.
Oh shit. Never mind.
But I don't know if that changes anybody's picks.
Who's the AAA champion?
Uh,
The All Atlantic.
Orange Cassidy.
He still is.
Yeah.
He's not winning the tag title.
I'm over him too.
Yeah, I think I don't even know if I gave my prediction. I'm gonna go with the Ass Boys.
Yeah.
All right, but okay, so the trios champions. So yeah, I think it's time. The Elite don't necessarily need the trio. I mean the trios. They had to give them up because of what happened at All Out, but they've come back. They had that mean ass 7-game series against the Lucha Bros. I'm sorry, against Death Triangle. But yeah, House of Black.
Who's
they
the
need
and
to
this is the
score.
thing. Who's to say that this isn't the beginning of the separation? Because all reports are saying Triple H is trying to acquire either Switchblade Jay White or Kenny Omega.
I don't know.
Contract is running slim.
I think Kenny will listen, but I don't know.
I don't think
honestly,
Kenny's gonna go. I think
I was
Kenny
about to say,
likes. Kenny likes New Japan too much.
I would say I don't think that. Well, it's reports that WWE's going to start allowing their people to do Japan, but
Yeah, but as of right now, they're not. The only way I see Kenny going is if there's something where Kenny can continue doing his New Japan stuff. If that's not part of the deal, I don't think so.
And I was watching Mercedes. I was watching her. She got a YouTube channel, and you see the clip where she was talking to Kenny backstage, and she was like how she wanted to work with him, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna do that. So I don't believe that's another thing. I still think that she's eventually gonna pop up in AEW eventually, and I really don't see Kenny going anywhere because honestly, I don't trust WWE to do anything with him.
I think we're about to see Naomi pop up.
First of all, I don't trust no member of AEW that helped start AEW. Key thing, Cody left. The backbone of how AEW started. I don't trust none of them. I feel like they could leave whenever the fuck they want to.
I'm saying I don't trust WWE to do right by Kenny if he does go.
I feel like I feel like Triple H would.
Yeah, but Triple H had Triple H damn bowed down and gave Vince the Brock and Omos match when Triple H came out and said, yeah, Vince he gives his input, but I have the final decision. So Triple H, your final decision was to allow this Brock Lesnar Omos match. So no, I don't give a damn.
Hold on, but was there?
I would rather
I don't believe it.
I'd rather him take the Brock and Omos match than the Roman and Cody match.
Thank you.
Just saying.
Who's Brock gonna fight?
Thank you. What? No.
Who was Brock gonna fight?
He took that because Brock's his boy.
Who was Brock going to fight? Triple H is willing. He didn't even want Brock Lesnar to come back.
They could have made. I don't know. They probably could have made the Bray and Bobby a triple threat with.
Hell
Brock.
no.
Hell yeah.
Bray doesn't do triple threats.
Bray don't do anything right now.
Just talk and run his mouth.
I'm just saying though, but okay. Triple H is like, I'll give you Brock. That's always been your boy. That's not my guy. Like, yes, he gets the fan attraction. He gets a big pop and stuff like that. I haven't rocked with him since we last fought, and he freaking broke my arm on purpose. I don't fucks with him. So you can have that decision. You're not doing anything else with the rest of this card. This is my baby. This is my WrestleMania.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I feel like that anybody who comes through with the Triple H regime is going to be taken care of.
All right. Well, talk to me about Karrion Kross in a few months. Shit.
Okay, Karrion Kross. Let me tell you, Karrion Kross is doing that shit to itself.
I'm about to say, don't get me started on Triple H's boys and how they doing right now.
And
he's doing that to
himself.
himself.
That damn mask on anymore, okay?
He's doing that to himself.
And the bald head. That shit was awful.
Talk to me about Hit Row in a week.
I'm sorry, Karrion Kross is not a good wrestler to me.
He's not.
But Triple H brought him back.
What he was doing in NXT, he ain't doing that now.
I feel like Karrion Kross to me is on the same level as Test.
Oh. Okay, what's next on the card?
Hey, just saying, you know.
I'm just saying, and y'all,
If I had to compare him to
everybody got this love affair with Triple H, but I mean, his boys ain't been performing. Even Triple H said they ain't performing the way he thought, so that's why I don't trust that he's gonna. I don't trust anybody to do right by Kenny. I think Kenny is a special type of talent that he needs specific things run and done his way for him to perform at peak level, and I don't think WWE would do that. But that's just me.
So what did y'all think about the MJF and Bryo dancing promo?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that to the end for since it's the main event, but you want to go there. We can go there now.
I mean, what else we got before that? We ain't got the.
We got the triple threat. Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby Soho for the AEW Women's Championship.
Yeah, we talk about that.
Yeah. So who you got?
I'm going with the same person I always go with.
Jamie Hayter?
No. Ruby Soho.
There you
go. Nah, I don't think they're gonna take it. I don't think they're gonna take it off Jamie yet.
I need Ruby to get her run.
Because I still think they want to do the Britt Baker Jamie Hayter.
They could do that without a title.
Yeah, but it's better. It's better with the title because the whole point was Jamie.
Not.
No, it's not.
Damn, can I finish?
She does not need another shot at the title. She does not need another run at the title.
No.
The whole point was it was the brewing jealousy.
I understand that, and the brewing jealousy. Go ahead.
The brewing jealousy is the reason why the people got behind Jamie Hayter in the first place. Them having a feud without the title would still be good, but it factors. But I just think it plays more into it if the title is involved.
So let me ask you something, right? So is a feud better with a title, or is a feud better when the controversial is the person helping them lose the title? I feel like the feud is better when Britt comes out and causes Jamie to lose the title.
Yeah.
I feel like that escalates the feud to a higher. I get it. It still has the same impact if Britt does her infamous back like stabbing in the back while she's still the champion, and then they get that. But then it's like, okay, now what's gonna happen? Britt's gonna become a 3-time women's title, 3-time women's champion. I don't want to see that. I'd rather them duke it out to see who's gonna be next in line to fight for the title. Even what's her name? Jade said it's time for her to start feuding with some of the big names, like with Britt Baker, Saraya, and all of them, because now it's like she's having squash matches.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I just I was just gonna say, outside of that, I feel like that they will have a better feud if Britt Baker costs her to lose this title here at Revolution. Might not happen. I just feel like, me personally, like that's like, oh yeah, boom, she lost it. Now they got a big long ass feud.
What you think? How you think Saraya gonna do in this? Because she's been looking kind of shaky.
Yeah, and she just messed her finger up too. And she said, I guess it's time for me to take another 5-year wrestling hiatus. I think it was because people were giving her slack, like she's always getting hurt.
Okay, so honestly, like I said, I want to see Ruby win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for AEW, for the brand, who would make a better champion and kind of rep the championship and promote it better? Come on.
Saraya.
Exactly. So Saraya is gonna win.
Think so?
Yeah.
So honestly, I want Ruby to win, but I'm in between Saraya and Jamie Hayter.
I want Ruby to win, but I think that ultimately it's gonna be Saraya, because I'm just looking at the amount of time that she spent in AEW. She's already has a title match, you know what I'm saying? And then you just got to think about decisions are made not about who the crowd likes. a lot of times decisions are made about who's gonna make them the most money. You know, that's how WWE does it. Fuck what the crowd wants. Who's
This
making me the money.
this
It's
is
a very
AEW. The
I
reason
know,
why
but
the
I'm just
Flames
saying
won the championship because the crowd was because the people
it's
wanted it.
it's
True.
very
That's
slim.
facts.
It's very. I'm not saying that it doesn't ever happen, but I'm just saying it's very slim when they make decisions based off of what fans want to see.
True.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I feel and I see where you're coming from too. And it's like with the women, they push them a lot quicker than the men in
Yeah,
AEW. Like the men, it like look how long it's taken, Ricky Starks to get up there. It's taking him all of 3 years to
yeah.
even try to get a chance to walk into a title picture, as opposed to women. As soon as they show up, they have maybe 3 or 4 matches and then they're fighting for a title and possibly winning a title.
And
Um,
I kind of think that it's kind of a kick in the mouth too to Jade, because like honestly, Soraya should be facing Jade and beating Jade, and then allowing Jade to step up and go for the AEW Women's Championship.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I think that it should have been done.
Shit, it
right.
could
Right?
be shit. Tony Storm could be that person. Somebody.
True.
Who
No,
knows?
that is true. But I agree with what JD was saying about Jade. It's like it's time. Like
Like
she's dominated everybody that has
you're
come in
you're
her path.
yeah, she's fighting all these girls that the baddies could beat up. And I'm not even
Exactly.
talking about the baddies that wrestle. I'm talking about the baddies that's in the crowd. Like, come on now.
It's just
Like,
it's just what you're doing with it. Either she drops the title and move on, or you know what I mean, she drops the title and then moves up to the AEW Women's Championship.
and
Like
Jade
they
is
got to
what,
make a.
6'2"?
I think is she?
Is
I
she
didn't
that
know she was
damn?
that tall.
I'm gonna say,
She
is she that
tall.
tall?
She
Nah, she's
tall.
like 5'11", maybe
Maybe.
6 foot.
Okay, but she's the tallest female on their roster, right? And now normally when you go with big people on your roster, you're talking about big, planet size, right? Those are dominant. You don't get a sculpted work of art as a champion who's stacked and pretty much could beat everybody. It's time for her to start facing the best of the best
Yeah.
Yeah,
to become the best of the
she's
best.
built up that TBS championship enough to where it'll be a big deal with whoever beats her.
Yeah, she's done
Now,
everything she can. She's done everything she needed to do with the TBS championship. It's
now,
time to let it move on to somebody else and start working up that history and stuff like that, you
I
know?
got one question too. Does AEW want a black person as the main champion?
No.
We don't know. They're very inclusive.
Don't know yet because we haven't had one. We've had
Exactly.
tag titles, but like we said, that's mid. We have not yet had one.
I
Mind
mean,
you,
what?
it's slim
I'm
to
about to say,
none on their
I'm
roster.
about to say who would win it?
I'm just saying it's slim to none. Keith Lee should have already been in the top ranked championship possibility. Powerhouse Hobbs should be up there.
Well, he's getting his push now.
Yeah, he's getting his push for a mid card.
Well, yeah, got
I
to
mean,
start out slow.
it took
Yes, gotta start
WWE
out.
how many years before we got
11.
a black main roster champion, the black women's champion,
It was either
and black tag team
11.
champions?
11.
So, okay, we'll see.
Well, of the modern era.
Of the modern era.
Of
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
modern
people
I don't
just
care because
people don't think
listen,
about Ron Simmons.
no, I always think
Facts.
about Ron Simmons because Ron Simmons was the first.
And Tony
But
Atlas.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's the thing about it is that people love to say, well, you got The Rock, you got The Rock. And don't get me wrong, The Rock is
half.
definitely one. But I will continue to say this, and I'll always say this. When The Rock was a champion, they never touched on his black side.
They
It was
only
always
touched.
his Samoan side.
Yep. They tried to touch on it when he was with the nation. Then they tried to touch on it when he tagged with his
I feel
father.
like even when he was with the nation, they didn't really
Mm-mm.
touch on it like
Do you
that. You know what I'm saying?
do you blame WWE for that or The Rock?
I blame
Both.
WWE for that because I part of me kind of thinks that there was maybe some type of conversation in there where
Because
The
they
Rock
always
was
talked
like,
about his dad. His dad wasn't Samoan.
they always talk about his dad. They continuously talk, and I
But
feel
when
like
The
that's the
Rock
only
came
time.
in,
That's the
when The
only time they ever acknowledged The Rock
it
in
was his father.
his
But they
African
made
American side.
so many references saying that his correlation with High T Peter Maivia.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. That's all they played on.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to take away from The Rock because it does not, he deserves everything that he has
The
and
Rock
stuff
should
like
have
that.
been doggone dropping the M bomb. And not saying I got some more in my veins.
But it's the same thing with Roman.
Yeah.
If you want to be honest,
Yeah.
all they're playing with Roman since he's coming to WWE is his Samoan side. They don't even touch the other side. And I think that's a shame. That's all.
All right. And then we got the Texas death match between Moxley and Hangman.
Next. Next.
Nah, I think it'll be a good. This is going to be the end of the feud.
Oh, okay. So what? Let's give a round of applause for Moxley for being the first ever 100 wins, right?
100 match wins.
100 match wins. Out of those 100, he's bled 75 times.
I was just about to say, listen.
He was bleeding in the promo he cut on Wednesday.
I want this on record right now, okay?
He's gonna be. Go ahead.
We all three. We're gonna put $1 up. We ain't gonna make a lot of money. We ain't gonna bet a whole bunch. All right.
Yeah.
Who's gonna bleed first?
Moxley.
Oh, Moxley is probably gonna bleed within the first 30 seconds. He probably gonna bleed on the walkout.
First of all, hold on. What was I watching? It was AEW last week, I think. And oh no, it wasn't AEW. It was a previous thing. I'll save it for later. But yes, Moxley, dude, I'm tired of watching him on Dynamite because it's just like he's gonna bleed.
I think I got Hangman in this match.
Every week he bleeds.
I got Hangman in this match. Because the thing is, if you've been watching AEW close enough, Blackpool Combat Club about to go heel.
Yeah.
They about to go heel. Mm-hmm. And I just see, and then Hangman, say what you want. He needs this win more than Mox does. And I just think he's gonna do it because I think they're tied right now in their matches. Because one got ended. Well, Moxley actually ran through their matches. He got concussed in one of them when he hit the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
But then they've beaten each other clean. So I just got Hangman.
Yeah, I got Hangman too.
Honestly, if you say they're gonna go heel, now would be the perfect time against Hangman. So I'm going with Mox.
The only thing about them being heel, I don't think Yuta's gonna be a part of that.
I don't know. He jumping people with Claudio.
Yeah, but it's only because Claudio starts it. Like even when he last week when he faced Orange Cassidy for the AAA title, Orange Cassidy like put his hand out to shake his hand, and he was like back and forth, and Claudio had to come out and tell him to get his ass out the ring.
Well, he's the young boy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They got to coach him up.
So it's like they're playing that whole Danny Garcia type feel with him too.
All right. Well, let's get to our main event. 60-minute Iron Man match between MJF and Bryan Danielson. Who you got and why?
I got MJF on the technicality that Bryan Danielson gets hurt.
I got MJF on him just running out the clock.
I'm going with Danielson.
I am going with Danielson, but I just said because
I think MJF got his title run.
This will be the first big feud he's had, though.
That's true, but
Danielson,
like I said,
and this is Danielson's first title match.
No, it'd be his second one. Didn't he face CM Punk?
No,
for the title.
No, he fought Kenny when Kenny was the champion, but I was just to see who was the better wrestler. It wasn't for the title.
Yep, this is his first title match.
I say it, and I'll continue to say it. I don't think that everybody is meant to have a long title run.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think that MJF, he got his title run. I think he has plenty more to come. You know what I'm saying? I see MJF as a multiple AEW champion. You think one? You think two?
2024.
2024 will be his next one?
No, 2024 is coming.
Yeah, the free agency battle.
The free agency battle.
Okay, but I'm just saying. I think it's Danielson's time.
I think MJF will have another title run before the end of this year.
I think he will too.
I just don't think he needs to hold on to the title for the
I
whole
don't
year.
think so. I think what he did was perfect. I think that, the amount of time that he's had the title is good. Is all. You know what I'm saying?
This is his what, second title defense or third?
Second.
Second.
Yeah.
First one was against Ricky Starks.
Yep.
I'm going with Danielson.
Yeah.
I think he's going to win it.
I'm
Especially after
going.
that promo.
I'm going with Maxwell.
Especially after Danielson promo and dropping the F bomb, which he never uses.
Hey man, people get loose when they get to AEW, bro.
They sure do. They get loose lip.
And the women's clothes get looser.
All right. So before we end this, I wanted to
Will
get y'all.
CM Punk come back
No.
at
Do you
Revolution?
want me to drop my microphone again?
No. I don't think CM Punk's coming back.
I do, but hey.
Is he coming back at Revolution?
So how do y'all feel about this trademark thing? Do you feel like that it's Vince? We're headed back to WWE. So Matt Cardona was filing trademark for Zack Ryder because he wanted to do a cinematic thing, Matt Cardona versus Zack Ryder, right?
Mm-hmm.
WWE countered the trademark filing and actually won the trademark filing for names Ezekiel Jackson, Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. So do you think that this was a Vince McMahon thing or a WWE thing because they're trying to bring him back?
It sounds definitely like a Vince McMahon thing.
Vincent
Definitely
Kennedy
does.
McMahon.
Because he was literally a month away from winning his trademark for Zack Ryder. And then
He
I
no
already
think
he already
sooner.
he already got woo woo woo.
Yeah,
I
but
think
no.
I think it's I think it's Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon likes to own people's names.
Hmm.
I think it's him having a one over on whoever it is. So whenever they decide to leave, he goes, "Hey, you can't take your name with you, and if you want to come back, I'll think about giving you the name." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I think that's a Vince thing because
Yep.
as you can see, he changed people's. Oh, nobody can have their last name now, which was a horrible. When we had to call people Theory and all, it was so awful. Riddle because of Vince McMahon dumbass.
Yeah.
And then as soon as his ass was gone, Triple H was like, "Man, we changing this back. This is stupid."
Hmm.
So it's definitely to me, it's a Vince McMahon thing.
Yeah. And the whole thing with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre's name, that definitely was a controlled thing because I kind of feel like that if Drew doesn't win another title because of how his title reign happened and was all just throughout the pandemic era, um, he was gonna leave.
I think he's leaving either way.
Well, he's fighting, supposed to be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship against Gunther.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think once his
Gunther.
contract is up, I think Drew's gonna be gone. We know Dolph is at the end of his career.
Hmm.
I think that I mean, we barely see him as is already. You know what I mean?
Come on, man,
So
he lost to Mustafa Ali.
I know, but I'm just saying, like
He's
he's
jobbering.
Dolph. Yeah, Dolph is definitely at the end of his career.
I would love to see
It's
Dolph in production. I feel like
I
he
would.
probably would be great back there,
It just sucks
even
because
with
I wanted
NXT.
Dolph to get one more title run.
Yeah.
So I don't, and we know that's not happening ever again. So
Mm-mm.
hey, it is what it is.
Right. The only one person really and that's if he comes back that I could see having world champ like a world title run is Randy Orton.
I don't even see Randy Orton having another title run.
I do
Not,
only because if Cody holds the title, you're bringing back history.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna win it though.
Not saying well,
I don't think he's gonna win it.
could you imagine him bringing like recreating a legacy to go against Cody? Because Cody's already embarking on the OC, and he said that like at the live event that he's always been part of the club.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but that
mind
don't mean
seeing
nothing about the OC though, man.
I wouldn't mind seeing Cody. I put it in the chat. Cody versus AJ for control of the OC because you know AJ he's coming to the end of his career too.
Let me tell you, I know what we're getting. We're getting Cody, AJ, and Finn in a triple threat match for the title.
That'd be dope.
I can see. That would be dope. I would tune in for
Yeah.
that.
When AJ comes back, oh yeah, we're getting that. And that's history in the making. Bless you.
What was that? Was that a pillow?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that joke came out the cut.
On that note, time for me to go.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of OTR Beyond the Ropes. This is your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey.
This is your boy OTR Mic Drop.
This your boy Jay, aka Rant, aka Rant Jay, aka Peace.
Mr. Hitty and Waffle 2 bottles.
Oh Lord.
Hey, listen, hold on, wait a second.
Oh God, what's he about to do?
Trey, when you said that Mr. 2 bottles, I said, oh Lord.
Oh,
he done cleaned them up.
are those the Cowlets?
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Man. Yeah, OTR will be hanging out together this weekend, but it won't be no wrestling production.
Unless I get those UNC 5s on Saturday.
Oh Lord.
Shit.
But
Do you really want to dirty those up?
Oh yeah, I'm wearing those.
What, the UNC 5s if you get them?
Either one.
Okay. He don't care about stuff like that. But anyway, guys.
All right, y'all. Go ahead and check us out on YouTube. Go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, and then check us out on all podcasting platforms. I'm gonna try to get this episode uploaded so y'all can go ahead and check it out there if you want just the audio.
Peace to you.